Welcome back to another Pauper video presented by Wizards of the North. I am Derek. You've seen me once here before, but I'm joined here by a special guest.
A special
guest, yes. The man who doesn't know the meaning of too many Pauper decks, Covy.
What's up?
What's up? I mean, you know, how do you? You've been playing Pauper for a while. Hey, I feel like you've kind of championed Pauper actually for our local scene a little bit.
I'd love to think that that's the case. It's a format that's cheap. You can get way too deep into, as you've alluded to, but is super competitive, super fast, and I guess maybe my goal is to drive a few more people to our LGS, and maybe a few more if we can in the future, and let the modern and the legacy and the commander players know that we're a real format.
Yeah, respect us.
Respect us. Exactly. That's exactly it, Derek.
Yeah, because I remember this was years ago. I had expressed interest in Pauper, but there's no Pauper scene at all. There was nothing going on. I went to my local LGS Ogres Den. I was chatting with some of the staff there. I was like, does anybody play Pauper? Is Pauper a thing? And they're like, well, there's this one guy who drives out from like Red Deer, Air Deer or somewhere, and he has like 50 Pauper decks, and he pretty much just tries to fire his own Pauper pods by himself. Was that you?
It was me. Yeah. It ended up being 119 at the end of realizing that when you don't get to play a lot and you love the format, you end up just building a lot.
You just build, and you're like, well, I guess it's done. Now I gotta
you play with small groups of friends that you do have. We have another guy that plays with us at Ogres Den there, Eric, who's he just loves to brew, which is like very difficult for Mr. Net Deck Own It. Let's get it going. But he got the top 4 of the championship too.
Did. So right. He was playing Rakdos Sacrifice, right?
Yeah, like a kind of a unique Rakdos Sacrifice deck that I just still shakes my head right now, but here we are.
Yeah. I mean, kind of, it shows that the format isn't necessarily solved. There's still room to mess around with it, especially with just the sheer number of commons and stuff. You'd be surprised what kind of weird synergies you can find.
Yeah. So Calgary they tried and tried. A Sentry Box tried for a little while. It lasted 6-8 weeks. Ogres Den, we had one fire with 6 years and years ago, and then it was 3 of us that Adrian ended up sitting down and playing with us just to make it happen. Calvin, myself, Eric, and Adrian. And then I guess League started up and was really popular, and here we are.
Here we are now, having our own year-end championship.
Yeah.
Just not too long ago. I'm not sure when this video will air, but it'll.
At the end of 2023, we had a year-end championship.
Yes.
That our man Derek ended up winning the SOB.
I mean, I came in like top 2, kind of. Me and Rocky had a unofficial finals, which I could not take him down.
Oh no.
So, but I mean, officially, I was number 1.
That's
unofficially number 2.
Yeah.
So still counts.
Either way, towards the top.
Still towards the top. We're not playing those decks today, though.
Well, we might.
Yeah,
but not right now.
Not right now.
What are you playing today, Derek?
Today, well, I mean, you can see below me right there. It says Slivers. Slivers is a archetype that I've always had a soft spot for Slivers. When I first got into Magic, I went to a friend's draft I knew the rules of the game, but I was kind of totally blind. It was the first time that I got into Magic, and it was like a time spiral, like OG time spiral draft. And the moment I saw Slivers, I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool.
These are the coolest.
Yeah, I just have a very sore spot for the alien swarmy hive mind trope. So like Slivers, the Zerg from StarCraft, Tyranids from Warhammer, the Boar, Xenomorphs from Alien, So like it kind of still falls in that category. And Pauper Slivers is unique to me specifically because I feel like Commander Slivers and Modern Slivers are too like combo focused. It's about like getting certain Slivers in and then winning with some, thing. Pauper Slivers does kind of scratch that swarmy itch where I'm just going to play a bunch of little dudes that make the other little dudes bigger. And then just like turn them all sideways. We're playing, ever encroaching army. So that's the idea. We're playing base green-white with a little bit of red.
That red.
A little bit of red splash. The secret spice, if you will.
Spice.
We'll see if we can take down, you're on Bogles.
Bogles exists in most competitive formats across Magic.
It does.
And I don't know. I like big dumb, get it down, smash through type decks. As we've seen in the past while. Bogles in my pet deck that you got to take a peek through. I love the Naya colors. So that splash of red that's always in the sideboard of Bogles is kind of close to the heart. They're cool colors, but I don't know, something kind of easy to just throw down. Beat through. I kind of like that play.
Yeah. And like it's like, hexproof is always a relevant ability, you know, in every format. Being like, you can't touch this, always good.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah.
And then edicts show up.
Edicts show up, yeah. And you're like, wait a second.
But here we are on 6 cards to start today.
We have started on 6 cards. We've already drawn opening hands and mulligan and stuff. Covy won the die roll, which is not a good place for Slivers to be.
It's a tough place.
But it's definitely a good place for Bogles to be. I mean, these are both decks that really love being on the play, especially. You know, some decks can work around it, but these ones both.
It's not going to be as explosive.
So,
as
without boring our audience any further, we'll start us off, and it's all you.
I'll be on a forest, and I'm going to commune with the spirits.
Yes.
I'm going to go to the top 4 cards of my library, reveal an enchantment or land from amongst them.
It's funny because like when I see this, I'm like, oh, new card, but not actually that new.
No, not
it's
at all.
It's like a year old, 2 years old. When did it come out? Was it 2023, like January?
I think so, yeah.
Or like the winter, February, or something.
Yeah, or late 2022. Either way, yeah, not the longest thing. I'll reveal a forest.
You get a forest.
Say go.
All right, not the fastest start. That's good for us.
No, not the fastest start.
Well, my start's also not too fast. We're gonna play a Thriving Grove. When it enters, I can choose a color. It's gonna tap for green and the chosen color.
And that chosen color will be.
Yeah. I will choose red.
Oh no! All right,
spicy red.
Upkeep. Draw. Oh wow, we're gonna be doing this all day. Let's go. Forest for turn.
ER.
Probably just have to begin the game. Silhana Ledgewalker. It can't be blocked except by creatures with flying, and cannot be the target of spells or abilities an opponent controls. So not hexproof, but hexproof.
Yeah.
I'll ship it.
I'm not sure what functionally those words aren't hexproof as, but I mean, it's basically hexproof.
Just means I can give it hexproof, and it would be double hexproof.
Whoa, I really can't touch it. All right, well, I'll double draw. I'll play a forest. And I'll play a Gemhide Sliver.
Seems good.
Gemhide Sliver makes my Slivers tap for mana.
We are going to be flooding. Untap, upkeep, and draw.
So this Sliver doesn't help with the killing, but it does help with the deploying.
Yeah. I'm going to commune with the spirits again.
Yeah.
I'm just a regular... I don't even know what the heck to...
Yeah, for the fans at home, that one's...
in the forest like this.
Yeah. That one's look for a land or an enchantment?
Yeah, enchantment and land, reveal it, show it to thy opponent. We'll show an abundant growth.
Yar.
It says put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. I'm sure you're okay with a little blind shuffle.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna cut your 3 cards. That's random enough for me for sure.
And we're going to cast an abundant growth on this here forest to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
And hit the land drop.
Yes.
Cast an ethereal armor up top.
Oh, all right. It's a 2/2.
Ethereal armor. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment I control and has the first strike. Thus, we're gonna move to combat.
Swing.
Smack you for 3. Pow, pow, pow.
I'm gonna take 3 first blood. 1, 2, 3.
Bam.
17.
Ship the turn your way.
All right. Well, untap, we'll draw. I'll play a Plains. And let's go with a Predatory Sliver.
We're lording it up.
++1. This part, or my favorite part about this deck is that it plays 12 Lords.
Oh my land.
It plays 12 2-mana Slivers that give Slivers creatures 1/1.
Oh,
that's
man.
it.
12
of them. 12, if you will.
Hunter, Predator.
And then I'll play a Sinew Sliver.
There's the other one.
So now my Slivers are 3/3s.
Oh,
for those keeping track. And now I'm out of mana, so I will pass the turn.
Sweet. Untap. Upkeep, draw. I mean, real estate's good, but I'd love other things.
Lands on the battlefield, lands in hand.
Tap 3.
Yes.
For an Armadillo Cloak.
Yes.
Armadillo Cloak gives enchant creature +2/+2 and trample. And quasi lifelink. Whenever enchant creature deals combat damage, you gain that much life.
Okay. So you're saying I can stifle that? I can stifle the life gain.
Yeah, right? Wrong format, I think. I will move to combat. We are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Smash for 6. Lifelink. And unless you're flying, you can't block that.
6 lifelink. Well, that's certainly very sad for us. So we're gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess you're going up.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6.
All right. We have so you're saying we have our work cut out for us.
And then I'm gonna tap for a blue.
Yup.
How weird. For the namesake, Mr. Boggleboy.
There he is.
Ship the turn.
Alrighty. I'll untap and then draw. Let's play Forest. Let's play a Sentinel Sliver. My slivers have Vigilance now.
They'll be standing up all day.
They will be. Standing tall and strong.
At
and
attention.
I'm going to play a Virulent Sliver. One sliver gives my slivers poisonous. So that when they hit you, you get a poison counter.
Ooh. That is an excellent way to win.
I will attack you for 9. These Vigilant 3/3s.
I'll be declaring no blocks, taking 9 and 3 poison.
And 3 poison.
4,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
How would you like to represent poisons?
I have a fun token by Johannes Voss.
Oh.
Which we will put a little
Perfect.
3 on there.
Lovely.
A little 3B. I'll move to my second main phase. Now this is the fun part with the Vigilance. I get to attack and I get to tap for mana. I'm going to cast a Lead the Stampede as my last card. So we're going to look at the top 5 cards of my library, and I can reveal any number of creature cards from them.
I would argue,
they go into my hand.
I would argue that that was behind the Stampede. The Stampede is currently facing me down.
I'll reveal 3 creatures, a Snew Sliver, another Sentinel Sliver, and another Gemhide Sliver.
I need to do some work.
The others go on the bottom. This goes into the graveyard. Stampede has been led. I unfortunately only have 1 mana remaining with this Sinew Sliver, so we will pass the turn. Right. I only revealed a bunch of 2 mana slivers.
Untap. Upkeeps. Draw. Well. Can I do it? Can it be done?
We're at 11. You have a life-looking trampler that I cannot block.
Yeah, it's just...
so you need an extra couple damage here.
I think that's the way it has to be. You're tapped out. So in all the glitters?
Yup.
Giant creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment I control.
Yes.
Targeting the Silhana Ledgewalker. So we're now 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Combat. Boop.
I cannot block. I have no flying.
Whoo.
You have stolen game 1.
Stolen.
Not stolen. You earned it actually.
I didn't
feel
it.
like I got stolen.
I nabbed myself an Armadillo Cloak on the draw too, which was like, oh, okay. Do I need to gain the life here? No, because he's poisoning me. It doesn't quite matter at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Get this poison right out of here.
Get it out of here. Get it off the board. We don't need that anymore.
What a sideboard would look like. I know what your sideboard looks like.
I think you do know what my sideboard looks like.
Okay then.
All right, and for the purpose of education, we do like to reveal our sideboard plans in between games here. So
I can rip that first. So my sideboard plan here is to speed my deck up, removing Ancestral Masks and 1 Armadillo Cloak for 2 instances of lifelink, hoping we don't see poison, and our Standard Bears, which should be protecting me from the potential provoke plan.
Seems pretty wise. It makes sense to me.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I am taking out some of our early slivers that don't do a whole lot in this matchup specifically, which is the 1 mana plated sliver. It just gives our slivers a little extra toughness. This isn't a matchup that I really want to be blocking a whole lot of stuff, especially when you have like first strike and whatnot. So if I'm not doing that, this isn't doing it for me. And we also got 1 Lead the Stampede. More so just because I don't really have a better card to cut, and it's on the top end. This is a pretty quick matchup. I'm not going to have too many turns to spend 3 mana just like refill my hand. In response, I'll be adding 1 more Hunter Sliver. So we already have 2 in the main deck.
That provoke.
Get the provoke as the, maybe I can do a little turn 1. I would love to just trade off a little 1/1 Sliver for a little 1/1 Boggle. That would be fine. So I can do a little turn 1, turn 2 action. That would be super great. And then also 4 Mass Vandal, which is technically a sliver.
Yep, it sure is.
So while it doesn't buff my other slivers, it does delete your enchantments.
Yep.
So if I do or if I am able to just throw a Sliver into the bus to fuel this from the graveyard, that's a worthy trade for me.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
So that's the plan. I am thankfully on the play this time.
Absolutely. Get a little bit of speed out of those funny looking creatures.
Yeah.
I can't say that the Boggle is the funniest looking creature. No.
It really is a bit of a goofball, huh?
Yeah.
I did a bunch of sorting the other day when I went through my Kaldheim cards, and I must have, because these Mass Vandals I purchased because I just didn't think I had any. But I went through all my Kaldheim cards, and I must have found like 6 Max Vandals. Just,
no way.
Around. I was like, well, I guess if I make any more green decks that I have that Mass Vandal works with, I have more than enough to supply their sideboards with fuel.
One of the best things that happened to me was the actual scene becoming a thing where I can play, which caused me to, we're downsizing big time. And in that moment I said, well, if you just have kind of 4 of everything, you never have to worry about it. So I've been developing a bit of a 4 and sometimes 8 of collection these days. And I had a huge box, like a 3,200 boxes that were just, when I would pick stuff up, it was all the extras that didn't get put into anything. And I was slowly going through that and didn't get through every single color before I decided to just do like a hard sell, like marketplace sell. Here you can probably do quite a bit in the common end of Magic. I think I did like $80 for like 6,400 cards or something. Yeah. And then got to building my 4 of collection and realized there's like 3 colors I didn't go through. So Slivers, like white, didn't go through white. There's probably a dozen ephemerates in the thing. And here I am now buying ephemerates at $1 a go. What can you do?
Well, yeah, sometimes, you know, when I'm thinking like, I'm pretty sure I have this card, but it's in the bulk somewhere.
Yeah.
Either I can spend an hour digging through bulk, trying to find it. Or I can just contact my LGS and pay like 50 cents.
Yeah, that's the best part.
So I'm like, you know what? I think my time is worth a little more than that. So I'll just call them up and be like, look,
here's the deal.
You know, give me another Mass Vandal. I don't care. It's fine. You know, give me another Dominant Cleric, whatever. All right, I'll take the play, as you might imagine.
Seems like the right
and
choice.
This seems like a keep.
Yeah, I think I'm keeping as well.
Alrighty, good luck.
Play ball, yeah. Best of luck.
We had to go Forest into Virulent Sliver. Got the 1-drop.
The poison is happening.
It's coming back. We're gonna get that token slid right back onto the camera very, very soon.
I'm gonna go Forest for turn.
Yes.
And I'm going to tap that forest and enchant that forest with Utopia Sprawl for white.
Ooh, rampant.
Pass turn.
Right, untap, draw.
I hope that was the right choice.
Hope that was the correct move, huh? Let's go forest. We're just gonna play a Muscle Sliver.
Seems good.
And I'll hit you for 2.
Boom, 2. Oh,
and 1 infect.
We've got some resetting to do. So this was. Oh, that was down. Up. There we go.
Yeah. This is 1, 2, 3. We're both at 20 again. Hey, fixed. All right, and now you're going back down to 2.
Now I'm gonna go to 18 and take myself a poison. Poison.
1 poison. Off to you.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Ooh. This is what toxic used to be.
Aren't those good?
Yeah, show the fans at home what we're working with over there.
Another forest for turn. Going to tap 2 for a Silhana Ledgewalker. And 1 more for a Glade Cover Scout. And I'm going to ship it.
We'll untap, we'll draw.
Ship it. Ship it.
Shipping around.
I do think I have to rely on my Ledgewalker in this match.
Yeah, because unfortunately I'm not on blue. Blue is one that is the flying sliver.
There's no winged sliver in there?
No winged sliver. Which is, yeah, kind of the divide. It feels like either, you know, all the silver decks are green-white, and then you got to just, like, kind of pick your third color.
Pick your, yep.
Some people like the red for, like, the haste and the provoke. Some people like the blue for the flying. Some people go black, has, like a regenerate sliver or something. Which is pretty cute. We're gonna go. I think we're just gonna go predatory sliver.
Yep, we are lording.
Lording it up. I'm gonna hit you for 6.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come at you for 6 anyway. We'll see if you take it. Slivers do not have trample.
Block the virulent sliver.
Sure.
And explode myself when we go to damage. A glade cover scout.
You'll take 3 and 1 more poison.
3 and 1 poison.
1, 2, 3. Down to 15.
Perfect.
And that's it for me.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Alright, that was a helpful hit. Forced for turn.
Yes.
Helpful hit followed by a misplay, because that's what I'm good at.
You gotta give the viewers hope.
That's right.
Gotta give the viewers hope.
See, it's not the viewers that I give hope to, it's my opponents all the time.
Yes, we have a chance. Because, you know, I mean, our decks aren't that different.
Nope,
We're just trying to put some dudes in play, turn them sideways.
Yeah.
You make one really big dude, I make an army of medium-sized dudes.
Dang straight. I think my play here. Yeah. We're going to be tapping green-white there for ethereal armor.
Yes.
And with the green, I'll cast a second glade cover scouty boy.
Another chumper, perhaps?
Move to combat
yes.
and swing for 3, effectively unblockable due to the lack of flying creatures.
Yeah, that's what that does. So, 1, 2, 3. First blood.
First blood. I'm gonna be really sad, show the viewers the misplay, and pass the turn.
The tragedy. Alright, let's untap, let's draw. Very interesting. Alright, let's play a Gemhide Sliver.
Yep, there it is.
Tap for mana now. Oh. Now we can start
provoking things, potentially.
Pumping stuff out. We can start fixing our colors.
Yeah.
Let's play another Lord.
Ooh.
Another one. Swords have +3/+3 now, which will lead me to attack you for 4.
I'll declare no blocks. Take those 4. So it's you up, right? Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
There it is. Down to 11, and you get another poison counter up to 3. You're fine.
Well, that'll be you.
That is me.
Untap. Keep. Draw. All right. Want to see my misplay?
Let's see it.
Oh,
that plains.
Jeez, that plains.
Oh, had the second second white card to play.
Yeah, yeah. Green and a white. I'm gonna cast Spirit Link for
lifelink.
Yeah, for effective lifelink.
Yeah. Functional lifelink.
With the green floating.
Yes.
Add a white. Pull my real estate back for an all glitters.
Pants them up. Yeah.
All the pants in the world. So now looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 8,
Yikes.
9 lifelink. Move to combat. Poof.
I cannot block that.
Still
cannot block that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How the life totals have swung.
All right.
Boy.
Make that poison work. That'll be me.
All right.
And I'm hellbent, so.
I will untap, I suppose.
I suppose.
I suppose, and I will draw. So I have a bunch of 3/3s. If you block 1, I get in, or sorry, a bunch of 4/4s. I get in for 16, which does not kill you, and then we die on the crackback. How do we survive?
Oh, you're at 8. Yeah. Yep.
How do we survive? Well, I think our first step is to dig for answers. So we're going to Winding Way. I'm going to choose a creature.
And that's reveal until
that
you.
Is... Put all cards of the chosen type reveal display into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So I do get a couple, I get a Muscle Sliver, a Mass Vandal, and another Muscle Sliver.
2 more Lords, that might do it.
I get a Ash Barrens.
Ooh, but you have to tap down a little bit
I gotta tap down my creatures to do so, which is the worst part. So sad. Because I could tap down these 2, and these 2 get 2 more Lords in play. And that puts me at +5/+5. This is still only 6 damage left. I think that was actually a complicated misplay on my part.
Complicated misplay.
I think it was a complicated misplay. I should have done something else.
As opposed to a
this
type of misplay.
Yeah, that one was a bit of an obvious one. This was a little more complicated, a little more nuanced. I'm sure I'll get some YouTube comments about it before they finish the video. Oh, I misplay. So I don't see a way out of this one. Because I cannot block that, and we are certainly dead to the damage next turn. Well, let's go swinging. Hooah! 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 Attack you with my 5/4 force, which is exactly 20 damage.
Which is exactly 20 damage.
Yes, which you happen to be at.
Well, who do I want to block? We'll just block one of your Lords.
So you take 16.
Taking 16.
So close. So close, yet so far. And you may finish me off.
Finish you off? What's it gonna be? Just to insult and injury Rancor.
Yeah.
Swing through for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, twice 10, 11. Lifelinking. Boom. And a first one down.
There it is. So
GG's.
the complicated misplay that I made
was
that I did already have a Mass Vandal in hand. I should have Winding Wade for land to intentionally put a creature in the graveyard to fuel, so I can get rid of the all the glitters.
Yep.
And that might have been enough to
bring him down.
The job.
Give you another turn.
Right, because then it would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. 5, 5.
4, and then you get that up to 5, 6, 7. So it would have been at 1.
Yep.
At 1.
Complicated misplay.
So and then I could have stolen the win with
the Vandals.
With the Vandals, maybe.
The Vandals. Good games.
Good games. Yeah, definitely.
It was just redemption for that Pauper night.
It is. Win off camera, lose on camera. That's how that works, right?
Or 1 for money, 1 for not.
Yeah.
Credit.
So now that we've played a couple games here, how do you feel about Bogles in the current Pauper meta game? Do you feel like it's still got some potential?
I think that the right player playing Bogles, kind of knowing your meta is huge for Bogles, because you'll never, especially online, you'll never see it completely disappear, because it is dumb and it is straightforward and it makes big creatures. However, the emergence of, and you know this as well as anyone, the emergence of the black power currently in Tithing Blade. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Tithing Blade, which has become an artifact that bounces to and from hands over and over and over, edicting.
Yeah, a very cheap Chainer's Edict.
Yeah,
when you have the right deck built around it.
That's right, and so it's super meta dependent. It's always going to be a fringe, but it's always going to be tier 1, so long as hexproof exists in the format and enchantments that buff your boy exist in the format. I don't know what would put it over the top and put it into an affinity or kind of black blinking point in the overall meta of the entire format. However, I think if it ever did, then there's a chance you'd see creatures disappearing from it with the actions that sometimes get taken to protect our format a little bit. So.
Right, because it feels almost like glitters is just, or affinity glitters, just what Bogles has always tried to be.
Yep.
It has insane card advantage with like Thoughtcast and whatnot. It has cheap threats, you can flood the board, and then it has this really big meter. It seems like that. It feels like that the one thing that Bogles missing is that it doesn't really flood the board to,
That's right.
to play against these sacrifice effects.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that will be the case as long as Glitters is around? That just like Affinity Glitters is just the new Boggle?
Yeah. I mean, it is the other deck that I quite enjoy playing currently. So in my heart of hearts, in my card of cards, it does say that has to be the current Bogles. I very much expect to see a Glitters ban. Okay,
I've heard that a lot actually from a lot of players.
In the next 2 iterations of the PFP taking on the format and keeping things within check, it makes Affinity really, really, really good.
It does,
and it takes Bogles over the top. But again, Bogles doesn't flood the board, so it makes it a little bit tougher.
It doesn't go quite as wide. Often Affinity has that kind of 2-pronged attack where it's like sometimes they do the like double Mirror Force or Frogmite play.
Yep.
And there's like, oh wow, like I don't have quite enough rule to deal with all of this. Sometimes they just have like Ornithopter, and then one has like and then it's like I glittered up to be like a 6/8 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, I was prepped for the like Frogmites, but now not for this. And now you're like, what do you do?
Yeah. As someone who was able to take Slivers through our LGS meta, where do you think it's going in the
well, I mean, I haven't played it in a hot minute. I played it quite a while ago now. The reason I picked it initially was because Mono Red was a big deck. And Slivers is a deck that's weak against removal and especially against board wipes. But it felt like that everyone's board wipes were just the like -1/-1 type. Because they're just trying to get rid of some small goblins.
Yeah.
So I feel like Slivers kind of filled in or slipped past the defenses just a little bit. Yep. Where it's like once I get a Lord down, none of my stuff dies anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, now how do I now I have to rely on like target removal to deal with it. But I still think that it's one of those decks that needs to reach critical mass to win.
Yeah.
So if you're playing as an interactive deck like Tithe and Blade decks or like Counterspell decks, you're gonna have a hard time. Because if you just like can't resolve certain Slivers, like it's gonna slow your game plan down a lot. Especially against like some of the Terror decks where if they just like hold back and they just like counter a couple spells, they just play a 1-mana 5/5.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, none of my Slivers are quite big enough to deal with this, so like, what do I do, right? And you've already countered all my spells, so now I'm left just like top decking, hoping I draw one of my like refill spells. And even then, that spell then has to resolve, right? I think good control players will realize what spells are important to counter.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, making your Slivers into 3/3s, I don't really care about.
Yeah.
But drawing like 3 or 4 cards, like, no, shut that off.
If we could speak directly to Mr. Verhey. What's the one sliver?
What does Slivers need? What does Pauper Slivers need?
The single sliver that would just make it a tier deck for eternity. Well,
I think actually, what would be a big one is a lifelink sliver. I think some more keyword slivers would be good for the deck, because a lot of those keyword slivers are at uncommon or higher.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anything crazy like Cloud Shredder Sliver, where it gives the white red one that gives all your slivers flying and haste.
Yeah.
That one is maybe a little bit too far. But yeah, so either like some sort of protection sliver or some more like keywords. I think would be great. Like I think Diffusion Sliver would be too bad. That's the one that gives your slivers Ward 2.
Okay.
Basically.
Yep.
So helps like protect your board once you have it established. Right?
Yeah. And we're seeing Ward as a kind of a new standard too in Pauper as a what they're pumping out for us in that lovely power creep that exists in commons too.
Right. Yeah. But it's also certainly a deck that will always kind of suffer a little bit because slivers are such a multicolored like creature type, and Pauper has a bit of a hard time. The more colors you add, the more complicated that your deck gets. Yeah. This deck that I played today, it's splashing red specifically just for the provoke sliver.
Yep.
I have my red source in the deck are like a couple of those lions that I can name a color when they come in. I have a single mountain and then a couple of ash barons.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right. And then I'm relying on like gem hide to like fill those colors. So I mean, I'm never gonna ask the mana and Pauper to get better because I know what a kind of a slippery slope that is.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like, just put Travis and Pauper, it's fine. No, it would not be fun. It would be terrible. No. It would be very, very bad.
The cyclers from Lord of the Rings, I think, has pretty much just set us onto the path of you don't need to touch our mana bases anymore. Yes, in my opinion, because anything
they've already had such a huge impact on like almost every deck. Like it's you have to have a pretty good reason to rationalize not having a cycler in your deck just because they're that good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But this is a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us for a little Bogles versus Slivers action.
I hope to come back again. This was a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll see you very, very soon, as if you're not leaving.
It's almost like there's nothing to do on a snowy Sunday in Calgary.
Right? Till next time, again, I am Derek. I'm with Wizards of the North, and I'm joined here by Covy, local Pauper aficionado. Cool. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for the game.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense.
Oh yeah.
Click the bell.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, do all the doobly-doos.
Hit the bell for notifications. Subscribe. I mean, I watch plenty of YouTubers. You got it. You got to know it by now.
You got to hit the bell notifications.
Yeah.
You got to subscribe. You got to follow our Twitter.
Do it.
Do the thing.
Cool.
But till then, farewell, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.